Muhammad was born AD 570 to AD 632. He was known as the greatest prophet and is responsible for 1.6 million Muslims today. For his life, he was born in Mecca. He was the founder of Islam, and at 40, he began teaching this new religion. The jihad, also known as Sharia law or Muhammad's teachings, he wanted all Muslims to live like him, and if they didn't, then there were consequences. In AD 630, Muhammad conquered Mecca, and when he died in AD 632, the Muslims split. They divided into two groups, the Shia and the Sunni. The Shia they focused more on family. After Muhammad died, they thought the next person in the family should be appointed as the head of the Muslims. The Sunni thought that they should be elected by people. 10% of all Muslims make up the Shia, and 90% make up the Sunni. The Shia were in Iran and Hezbollah and Houthi, and the Sunni were in the Hamas, Taliban, ISIS, and Al-Qaeda. The 5 components of Islam were the Hajj, which is the pilgrimage of Mecca. They were to pray 5 times a day facing towards Mecca. No matter where they were, they would have to stop and face towards Mecca and pray. They would have to fast during Ramadan. They had to give, also known as alms. And then they had the declaration of faith, the Shahada, which means there's no God but Allah and Muhammad is his messenger. For the books of Islam, we have the Quran, which is the holy book of Islam. We have the Hadith, which are stories about Muhammad, the Sunnah, which are teachings of Muhammad, and the Fatwa, which are teachings of Muslim scholars. Why do people become terrorists? Radical Muslims or ultra-conservative Muslims, their goal is for worldwide caliphate, which is just carrying out the Sharia law and doing absolutely whatever they can to achieve Sharia law. What are terrorists trying to accomplish? Again, they're trying to accomplish the worldwide Islam, which is caliphate, to follow Sharia law. Sharia law is the code of conduct of all Muslims. It means a description of Islamic rules and lifestyles in every aspect, so the rights and wrongs of the Muslim religion. How does this impact the US? It causes overall fear in the US that there's gonna be a terrorist attack at any time, so we are constantly just watching out for that. And when Muslims do acts in the US, they are doing it to follow Sharia law. Sharia law is also divided into 2 houses. We have the House of War and the House of Peace. The House of War is made up of the non-believers, and they really have no laws. They don't get the privileges that the House of Peace get. The House of Peace are made up of believers who get to do way more stuff and have way more laws than everybody else. So